Ah! And what a beautiful day it is to climb to Mythic with a home-brewed Lando Calrissian deck. My now as finely tuned as it has ever been, Gruul Landfall control list. Let's talk a little bit about the cards around which it is built, okay? Druid Class, first one. Love this one. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you gain a life. And then also, level 2, you may play an additional land on each of your turn. Okay, so we can play multiple Landos. Valakut Exploration, Landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you can exile the top card of your library and play it this turn. If you don't, when the turn ends, it pings you in the face. So if I had 2 lands exiled with Valakut Exploration and I ended the turn, bam, 2 damage to your face. So it's these 2, and then a card that is probably not high up on a lot of folks' list, but I've been dreaming of decks to put this in. Verdant Mastery. You can pay 6 to look for 4 basic land cards, put 2 onto the battlefield and 2 into your hand. If you pay it for 4 instead of paying for 6, then what you can do is you can put 2 on the battlefield for yourself, 1 in your hand, but you have to give 1 land to your opponent. So, all these together are really nice ways to start getting lots of land out, pinging people in the face. And what do we do with it? What do we do? Well, I should note, we have 26 regular lands, plus 2 Shatterskull Smashings and 2 Valakut Awakenings, so that's 29 lands. Like, half the deck is land. What do we do with this? We have a couple payoffs for having lots of land. Wrenn and Seven. The -3 says create a green tree folk creature with star, where star is the, star power, star toughness, which are equal to the number of lands you control. So good. We also see that the +1 for Wrenn and Seven is reveal the top 4 cards of your library, put all land card revealed into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. And let's not forget the juicy 0, put any number of land cards from your hand onto the battlefield, so I can 0 to just play like 5 lands from my hand, triggering Valakut Exploration a bunch of times. Also, with all of the land, let's not forget Light Up the Night, allows me to deal X damage to any target. If X is big, one-shot plot gets it. The card that I'm most questioning of is Esika's Chariot. Esika's Chariot can create a token that's a copy of target token you control. It's very good to create 2 gigantic creatures with the -3, right? And this is an obvious really power combo, but Esika's Chariot has been a card that I have found in this particular deck to not be as amazing. Esika's Chariot is really nice when you have a lot of creatures in your deck, because if, like, say, the board gets swept, you can play a creature, tap it for the crew cost, and then just swing in. The only things that I can really crew with are the cats until very late game, when I can crew with some other things. And let's not forget this little innocent, innocuous-looking druid deck. When this class becomes level 3, target land you control becomes a creature with haste, and this creature's power and toughness are equal to lands you control. So this lets you just deal a lot of damage out of nowhere. The remainder of the list is, frankly, just a buffet of removal. Play with fire at the low end, 4 Cathartic Pyres as the solid 2 mana, deal 3 that I can occasionally use to discard. Heated Debate, very good against the dragons, just another solid uncounterable. And then Burn Down the House, this gorgeous red sweeper that deals 5 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. And if I'm against a control list, I can create 3 1/1 devil creature tokens. Very good. Now, in terms of the sideboard, one of the big lists that I've been having a lot of trouble against before I built the sideboard was Is It Dragons? It's just hard to deal 4 damage. So I'm actually running 4 Tangletraps because that is a problem matchup. And then I'm running an additional pair of Heated Debates to be able to deal with that. Versus aggro, again, Heated Debates and Cinderclasms, pretty straightforward sideboarding. If I'm against control, I'm trying out 4 Flame Skulls. There's a number of candidates that I think can fit into this slot, but, you know, I just kind of want to try it out. I like Flame Skull. And 3 Cragplate Baloths. It's an uncounterable, and it's hexproof. And it has haste to smash into the face. So I think that the Flame Skulls are some candidates for some changes. I also think that in terms of the mana base, I run lots of basics. I have 16 basics, because remember, Verdant Mastery only finds basics. We're running a single layer of the Hydra and a single Crawling Barrens. And those are the 2 slap lands, and I think that there is quite a good bit of room to fiddle with some of these numbers. But I love this list. Let's go ahead and do best of 3. I prefer best of 3 to anything. So there's a lot of suggestions for cards like that I would call payoffs, right? Like TBNL's suggesting the Green Adversary. If you have a lot of land, it would be a good way to use that. Or people are maybe talking about Leyline Tyrant, right? If you have a lot of land, great, right? Seems like a completely reasonable thing to leverage that. But as usual, with control lists, you want to make sure that you don't have too many payoffs. You want to have, like, a fair, gentle amount of payoffs. Okay. You want to have a pretty reasonable number of payoffs, and I think that I actually want to do this, because I do want the double red down early. You want a few payoffs, but then you want a lot of control tools, and a lot of go long, go deep tools. What about Ashaya? Ashaya is 5 instead of 4, which is a huge issue. But also, Ashaya is individually, like, I'm big, ta-da! And what we're more often looking for... Nice. What we're more often looking for... Terrific. What we are more often looking for is something that... Fuck, I lost my train of thought. Ashaya is a good card individually, but really the Esika's Chariot slot is sort of like doing a lot of tiny things that Ashaya wouldn't do. It's creating multiple threats that not a single removal target can remove. It's also resilient to sweepers, and then later on I can tap... I can play a Wrenn and 6, create a Treant, tap the Esika's Chariot, and swing. So it just has more longevity. So let's go ahead and play the Forest. Why not the Lair of the Hydra? Because we do have some 4-cost things like Esika's Chariot and Verdant Mastery. Great. This game plan for control matches. Let's wait till we see a control matchup. I talked a little bit about it when I was in the deck intro, but let's just wait for it. Terrific. Now, these lists occasionally just hard run negate, which certainly is an issue. But we're just gonna try to burn the house down. Sometimes run negates, and also sometimes even runs a main deck Disdainful Stroke. Fubuoff says, is Run Afoul still legal since it kills dragons without targeting? I think I might just literally make that change immediately. I think that's actually a really, really great suggestion. Run Afoul isn't legal? Oh, it's not. Okay. By the way, this is like the main combo, is you just start... You know, I actually made a mistake. I should have left that in hand, but... Should have left that in hand. So the reason that I will say that I made a mistake is that I want to be in a position where I can comfortably play a land. Like if I had held onto this Lair of the Hydra and then played it now, it would go draw, draw. So this is certainly an error. I think I'm actually just going to go for the full cost of Verdant Mastery. It's highly likely that Domenico has some sort of counter spell, but if they have the counter spell, they can't cast Memory Deluge, which is good. Holy shit. Land, 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 land. This is fine. Da-da. So these two pop down. Now, I have not yet played any land cards. I'm actually very glad that we're getting this as, like, the first game. It's pretty sweet, right? So, I'm going to go ahead and play this. And see, this is what I mean by I want to hold a forest in hand. Because, like, now, obviously, I'm going to be able to play this Cragcrown Pathway, I guess, for red. Since this is getting discarded anyways. So I want to play this so next turn we can draw 2 with the Valakut Exploration. I would love the land. Surprise. Now, I want to note something. Druid Class can just make, for 5, a gigantic haste creature. This is fantastic. And as always, if there's a card you want to suggest, make sure you match it with a card to suggest cutting. Now, the good news is, Domenico can't have Brazen Borrowers, so there's no risk of really things being bounced. And this is certainly a substantial problem where if I go land, you know, and then another land, that's 4 damage to the face. If I make a big Treant and swing, divide by 0, though. Lands have a converted mana cost of 0, so we should be fine in those circumstances. Probably get the Crawling Barrens. Seems pretty good. Certainly not going to be blocking on the ground. Make sure you tap before you click this, or excuse me, before you click this as a level up, because it will tap incorrectly. Alright, this is great. Deal 3 damage. Great. And now I can burn down the house. Cut Valakut Exploration, add Lotus Cobra. Ooh, yeah, no, we definitely need the card draw from Lotus Cobra. It's like one of the best. I mean, the whole deck is built around Valakut Exploration. This is like our strongest card along with Druid Class. Okay, so what do we want to do? Not the play with fires, right? These come out. Certainly. Esika's Chariot is very awkward in this matchup, which doesn't do very much. Heated Debates, definitely. Tangletraps, definitely. And then I think... What did I cut here? I was trying to be a little bit more aggressive in the previous times I was playing, but I found it's much stronger to just play as a control list. These Baloths are, as it turns out, fucking terrible in this matchup. Just appalling. Like, they can't be countered. Oh, it says Pyre misses most dragons. Do you cut them? Whoops! Thank you, Mal Reynolds. I was talking and forgot to do it. I cut them and I replaced them with the 4 Flame Skulls. Alright, one of the best cards in the deck. Out it comes. Okay, so for the first few best of 3s, I'm going to put a little bit of a hold on a lot of the questions that a lot of people ask. Like, Not a PhD says, what is your biggest MTG feature request and why is it match replays? I'd be delighted to talk about that in a little bit. But I want to just get this party started. Western Bluffsquirrel says, why are the Baloths bad? They seem like a perfect win condition against control. Against a control list, absolutely, yeah. But this is a really spiky tempo list. So for that reason, I actually think that I'm going to... Gonna go in for the win. My opponent has shown no green mana. Ugh, has shown no blue mana. And so they can't really do terribly much. Alright, so let's go ahead and do red and red. Let's remove this out of the way. Pretty straightforward. Isn't this just an innocuous-looking little card? It's just an innocuous-looking little card, huh? Heated debate can't be countered. Alright, like, this went way better than we normally anticipate. Way, way, way better. Now, technically, if they had divide by 0, they could target heated debate. But, yeah. So now let's answer some of these questions about what's the play in Control. Control, again, Druid Class and Valakut Exploration are really challenging to time correctly against. Because if you look at the history of when, like, red lists, green lists, white lists, when they're against, like, a blue or black control list, a lot of power comes from strong 2 and 3 mana plays. So, you know, if you look at, like, the last World Championship, there were things like Legion Warboss, the 3-mana creature that just keeps going wide with goblins. Things like Robber the Rich, 2 mana, swings under with haste and kind of generates card value. Druid Class, especially given the reduced power level of Standard, Druid Class is kind of a strong plan against Control. You play this, you get it to level 2, you start playing more lands, especially if you have a Valakut Exploration, you start to, like, draw deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And it has this ever-persistent threat. They don't have to just worry about you playing some big thing like a Wrenn and Seven. They also have to worry about you paying 5 and hasting in for 10 damage. Now, in the sideboard, we actually have 3 Cragplate Baloths. Again, uncounterable hexproof haste. And then we have 3 Flame Skulls. Again, this powerful 3-mana value card. How many lands does the deck run? 29. 29 lands, Danny G. I just say 30 because it's about half land. And I started with 30, then I went to 31, then I went to 29. I'm not really sure. Yeah, Phantom Varies, you're spot on. It's 26 basics. Not 26 basics, but 26 non-modal dual face things. Holofilms, what about Inferno with the star mounts? Yeah, it can't be countered, but there's a really useful rule to think about when you're making a deck, which is that no creatures or lots of creatures is always better than very few creatures. Because virtually every single deck in Magic runs cards like this. Kill a creature. Virtually all of them do. And so I don't really want to run head first into the removal with something like Inferno of the Star Mounts. Because again, it's uncounterable, but it's not hexproof. So that's why I'm running the Cragplate Baloths. It's just a nicer, more well-rounded kind of answer there. Now, I have the option to play Druid Class and start growing up. I would do that if, say, I had a sweeper in hand, but I have single target removal, single target removal. I see no reason not to just use single target removal. And I'm going to use my more awkward single target removal. This deals X damage to any target, but it's X plus 1 if it's a creature or planeswalker, so it's sick! Alpin says we have a different deck for the Inferno. That's right, Alpin112. How dare you show up to my channel again and bring back that horrible memory. Oh, it's Ireland.
Feel your hair standing on end. Our hunt
okay.
draws near.
So this actually changes how I'm going to think about this a little bit. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to shoot this Planeswalker. I mean, I don't like shooting the Planeswalker here, but I have a burn down the house, so I'll be able to just do a big sweeper coming up here soon. That's not good. Oh, dude, Unnatural Moonrise is a really sick card. Villain has 3 cards in hand. You know, I think it's probably best to just play Esika's Chariot. I can do this and play the Cragcrown, but I don't think that's as good. Because I'm trying to play to my draw possibilities. Obviously, this gives me the opportunity to block this, but I'll probably be trading these cats away for these dogs. Because this is kind of like my defense. This is la défense. By playing Esika's Chariot, I also have the ability to draw Wrenn and Seven, play it, minus it, tap it with Esika's Chariot, and then copy it. So again, since I am going to be burning down the house, I think this is a fine play to do. Good. So, by the way, right now, remember how I just said it's kind of weird. Often I will make points, but because there's no replay system in this game, I can't show the replays that back up the point. I just have to hope that the point comes up at the right time. This is a real sort of luck fest today, where there's a lot of things that are like, why is my opponent not playing cards? Well, as I just said, a lot of lists will sometimes run, or will often run ways to deal with creatures. I'm running removal right here. So, my opponent seemingly has things that are interactive, that are more creature-y focused. So it's notable that we're not seeing those here. Collision says, wait, Day9, you play to your draw opportunities despite it being proven that your luck allows you to draw to your play opportunities? I know, it's something I can hardly get over myself. Could be playing cards not to keep it at night. Well, it's night right now, and let me just make sure if player casts at least 2 spells during their own turn. Okay. Don't have enough cards to do that. I do want to keep this heated debate up. What stops on all these turns? Field of Ruin. You did it. Alright. Simple plays for simple days, baby. Alright. Tap this. You know, this... I actually have an idea. I'm going to do this. Because this lets me do 2 things. One, I don't want to make a land yet, because Field of Ruin will just destroy the land. No, this destroys non-basic land. Everybody, I'm dumb. But don't worry, I said it lets you do 2 things. So there's a second thing that I'm going to do. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Druid Class. Getting ready for the smackins. All right. I'm so ready to just game. Askir says, love seeing you play this deck. Big landy dandy decks are always fun. Here's a common Naya control from RNA format. It's still one of my all-time favorites. Yes! Askir, I love having land out. Uh-oh. Somebody has been out-gamered. And I can't tell if it's me or they. Can I just say things that are, like, grammatically correct just sound so dumb. I'm not sure if I was purely grammatically correct, but if someone's like, Sean, where are the books you told me about? Oh, these are they. No, like, it's like, oh yeah, these are them right here. Sounds way better. Ishiro's Druid Class could have been played anyways. You just attack with a Chariot instead, and then you put a tongue sticking out emoji. Please ban yourself from my chat, HG Rose. We don't need any of that nonsense here. Oops, 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 oops. This is good because it represents some form of removal. HG Rose had a good run here. It's pretty sad. Alright. I'm liking how our little listing's goings. Stop. In the name of love, before I break your teeth. Stop. Well. It's a really bad dog. Pack their enemy's battlefield or attacks, create 2 wolf tokens. So I don't really want to attack with this one, right? So what I'd rather do, because if I attack, this is just a trade. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm going to crew in the Chariot. I think this makes the most sense, because then I can do the same play again. And this is... Okay. Sure glad I made that decision. Sure glad I made that decision. I think 7 sharp loses no matter what. I think villain loses no matter what. By the way, I'll just note, if we get a Wrenn and Seven, we can play Wrenn and Seven, light up the night to deal damage if we get enough mana. What's so funny? We were just talking about you.
The will of the woods is made manifest.
Okay. Turn too late. Turn too late.
I will protect. The entire forest is an army.
Turn too late. Top decking like a Grandmaster? No, no. We wanted to light up the night. That was what ended the game. That's what ended the game. I knew these were the reason. I knew it was these Moonrager slashes. Why things weren't getting played. It was close. It was very close. But, okay, Esika's Chariots come right on out. The heated debates go in, and I think this is about it. I think this is about to change. It's very straightforward. Very straightforward. I love how everyone's talking about top decking when it was actually, that was a bad draw. What was the chance to draw 2 lands in the top 4 with Wrenn? Oh, that would have been a really good play. Completely missed that MT time. That would have been the good play. We plus with Wrenn. And then, could you use Burn Down the House Ping with the little guys? The answer is I suspected not. That is an option. And as it turned out, it would not have done anything. But that's okay. I think the play is exactly what MT time just listed, which was... This is going to be disproportionately value. I think the right play was looking for the lands. I think it's exactly what MT time is talking about. You play Wrenn and Seven, look for lands. Actually, that wouldn't have worked. That play would not have worked. Because then they could have just shot me twice. So which one do we want to send back? I think play with fire. Valakut Exploration. potentially lets us get some nice additional removal. Now, what is this card? What are the good foretell cards in green-red? I mean, there's Demon Bolt. I mean, that literally is one. There's Dual Strike. That literally is one. I mean, I can't think of anything outside of those two. Sarulf's Packmate. Oh, that's an interesting one. That's a very interesting one. Go ahead and play this for red. Let's see what we draw. Excellent. Verdant Mastery. So we're going to go green, 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 green. Give our opponent a green, and then play a green and a green. Oh yeah, Battle Mammoth is potential foretell. Battle Mammoth. I think we're going to see on this turn what 7 Sharp's working with. Is there a Flash foretell card? I think I'm actually going to wait a moment on this. Yeah, I'm doing it, man. So this right now is a little bit of my inexperience against this kind of Gruul list talking. I'm not entirely sure what these could be. There's only one red, so pretty much one red removal. There's the new Flash Reach Dog. And if it's Flash Reach Dog, we have Cathartic Pyre. I figure may as well start getting the damage in. Huh? Hey, Left Seb. Thanks for gifting a sub to good old D&D Randy. I literally have no clue what these are, what these cards are. I could look it up, but I just sort of keep saying it in disbelief. Darth Darkman says, have you been seeing a ton of the Kaya Orzhov deck around? This seems like a hard matchup for this deck. It's virtually trivially easy. There's some danger with Kaya's exiling stuff. What on earth is going on? You know, for instance, if like I am purely centered around a single Valakut Exploration, it can be a little hard. Five, 6, 7, 8. No, I actually do want it to be this. Just like this is fine. A lot of land is also really good for Shatterskull smashing as well. Sure. Completely and totally fine. Alright, so opponent dies. Great. Alright, so then we do this. And then just beat the devil out of it, you know? Now the devils deal 1 damage to any target when they die, and then there you go. Limon Squeeze just gifted us 20 subs. Limon Squeeze, post-Limon Squeeze. Welcome, and thank you for the 20s. It's just a celebration of getting the news that I'm cancer-free! Oh my god, that's fantastic! Oh, hell yes, congrats! Oh my god, that's fantastic news! Oh my god, Limon Squeeze. Oh my god, that's... Oh, dude, that must feel something good, you know what I mean? Oh, dudes. Oh. Oh, this is good stuff. Yeah, that feels really good. I think we like it. It's absolutely amazing. Your con has been a huge help keeping the spirits up. We love to hear that here. We love to hear that. Oh my god, that's... I think that's one of the most meaningful kinds of feelings for me personally. I know a lot of broadcasters have felt the same. Just hearing someone who went through a really tough time. Unbeknownst to us at the time, we were just doing our thing, and it was... And it helped. To know it helped means the world to me, really. I'm so... Oh my god, that's so wonderful, Limon Squeeze. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is... by the way, if you want the deck list, do not use the exclamation mark deck list command. That is not the list. Narrow links. Let's... I don't know how to delete the message. Take a note to fix that. Alright, 7 o'clock sharp. This hand is okay. It's not great. I really do want some of my 1 and 2 mana plays. Like, really, really. But I think that the technique then is going to be to draw one off the top. Couldn't summon it. Esika naturellement. Well, I hate to see this. Damn, I didn't do anything. That 2-2 became a 3-3. Yeah. We had an opportunity to win in game 1. Things are looking a little grim here in game number 2. Oh, no, they're not. Right. Bye.
Tonight we go hungry.
That's a relief. Should have done the +2, huh? I mean, this is kind of expected. Again, I talked a lot about, I really want those 2-mana plays. And this is why. We have to do this now so we don't die instantly. But I mean, I would not be surprised to see another Arlen. I think the only way we win is if we draw exactly Burn the House Down.
They prepare for war.
I mean, not fantastic. I'm not too torn up about this loss. It does look like a loss, but I'm not too torn up about it, you know. Oh! 7 sharp just did my favorite play. Banking a pile of land off the top. It's a dream come true. Again, if we just had Druid Class, or if we just had... Very gross. Alright, we're literally looking for exactly burn the house down. I think the play is this goes here, this goes here. Alright, can we burn the house down? Is it time? Ooh. Oh, we're so screwed. So I need 6, 7, 8 mana. And we ain't gonna get it, huh? That's alright. That's alright. We missed a kind of subtle play in the first game. Absolutely rocked in the second game. We had a questionable hand in the third game. They needed a pretty fast start to really punish us. And they definitely got more than enough, so... You know, that's all good. Oh, I thought I hit play. Come on. Come on. Alright. Yeah, Gruul. The good news is that Gruul is still completely undefeated today. I go first with this hand? Ugh. I go first with this hand? I mean, it's better. But it's still yucky. Blah, SSBM says at the end of game 3, you maybe could use Wrenn 0 to play 2 lands. They come into play tapped, unfortunately. Okay, so we are probably against a control list. We missed out on some of our juicy big cards, but we'll probably play with Fire into the Face. Yeah, I think the Siphon Insight card's like really weird and not great. Dylan's trying to figure out what the heck we are. Let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. Let's just get it down. Disdainful Stroke. So this is the Dimir control list, and it's good to just be really proactive against this list because it can run out of threats and answers, like, incredibly easily. I mean, I'm just going to keep slamming stuff down. Our opening hand was, like, kind of trashy, but that's alright. We can burden... Okay. We can play Verdant Mastery later, fill our... obviously get more land for ourselves, but then we can Cathartic Pyre to discard 2 of those things. This is what I mean by, like, they can run low on threat answering. Like, maybe this was a Behold the Multiverse, a draw 2. And there's no counters in here. Memory Deluge is kind of an expensive draw card. Behold the Multiverse is kind of an expensive draw card. So you can wind up in these situations where you're leaving your mana up for Memory Deluge and you just literally cannot deal with 2 threats. This list should run 2 of these. This is, like, 1 mana, kill a small baby is like... You run 2 of them. You always want to be able to kill 2 small babies. I'm realizing now that my choice of language maybe is not the best, but I feel like it's still something that you're never going to forget. And that's why this is an educational channel. Wizards has done actually a really clever job of trying to make sure that counter spells are not as clean. Loudest buzzsaw I've ever heard. Oh, interesting.
Must not escape.
Doom, should I be playing Memory Deluge as well as Behold the Multiverse? I think Memory Deluge might be enough. I have not actually played very much Dimir Control, so I'm not sure. And so I am not sure. Alright, so we're definitely going to Verdant Mastery for a bunch here. Then end of turn, we'll Cathartic Pyre. We're going to look at the top 7 cards and put 2 of them in there. God! Alright, I'm going to get some coffee. Whoa! No! No. Oh. What is this that I'm not... Oh my god. Dude, I have literally... I have to take my trash out, man. My trash is like 99% fizzy water cans. So there's something psychologically about this that just makes me feel so not pressured at all. Like, yeah, it's like whatever. Like, I could just like get a fizzy water can. Taken away or not. I mean, fizzy water doesn't rot, you know.
Those who harm the trees can fight their own.
Alright, so this is... Here's our Djinn card. Valakut Exploration. Joe Monkey says, where's that DayFK emote? That's a good idea. Yeah, card draw. Who wore it better? Should just be the chair. Thinking the same thing, Unicorn. I literally typed... we should have a DayFK emote when I am away at LeMayo. It should be a chair. It resolves. Alright. It's our other Djinn card. Ooh, baby. I don't really know what's happening here. Okay. Kind of a weird one. Zareth San the Trickster, huh? Alright, so I should probably leave in some heated debates. So this just seems like a big bastard thief deck. You use your Siphon Insight to just snack away some of my cool cards. And I'm a cool guy. I don't know why you want to take my cool cards. It's like my cool stuff. Like, bruh. Now the problem is that Villain is going to have to spend removal on this. This is going to be at least 1 mana down. Zerasan is probably going to hit this. And this is if you deal combat damage to just a player. So if you swing in and kill this... Hey, Des, you want to come join me? Come on. Alright. Zerasan can bonk this in, which is, you know, fine. Sure. Kabam.
Failure burns within us.
Seems pretty good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably not going to be using this one. Big land. Big land. Can't believe you've done this. This is sort of expected. We're not really seeing counters. Behold the multiverse. I don't know what the rest of this list looks like. But, like, if we get a land, we just start to draw, bang, draw, bang. This is my favorite list I've played in a while. I think when we last went off stream, I was, like, Diamond 4. And then, like, I've just been playing a few games in the evening. Professor Onyx, sure. So Villain now needs removal.
Open your books to page 17 or something.
17 or something.
I never thought I'd miss the library.
Alright, cool. Bang. 6.
You're quite the pest.
Alright, I think it seems okay. Draft says, had to sub because I want to say how fun this deck is. It's the only deck I've crafted so far, and it is a blast. Dude, oh my god, it's so fun. I love land. And you're just like, land, draw, Valakut Exploration, draw, land. And then all of a sudden, you're just like, and you just bazooka people, man. This is one of their win conditions, but we're like drawing. And these two are very hard for black-blue to remove. I think I'm actually still going to hang on to the play with fire. I'm actually going to do in this order. It's going to look weird.
New life, same annoyances.
Maybe I should have gone in the switch order. I mean, you really don't want to counter a Cathartic Pyre. That just feels bad. But, you know, you do what you got to do. Again, the probability of there being counterspells here is relatively low. But I don't really want to swing because there's, all the Storm Giants. This is like the only deck where I root for land off the top. Strong play. Look at the top 7. Almost always can get Counterspell here. Again, they're looking at 7 cards. 31 left, but I've actually seen more cards. I have 30. What's the strat against? Is it playing a control-y style? We have lots of removal for their dragons.
I tried to fix things.
Okay, so now we don't swing. Because it means that they probably don't have a counterspell. And since they probably don't have a counterspell, they probably do have a removal spell. And again, this is what some of the vulnerability of these lists are. They have like a lot of redundant draw. They have, a lot of Behold the Multiverse, and they have these Memory Deluges. They have this like Siphon Insight. They have a lot of these like cute tech cards, and then there's going to be some removal. But I mean, like, if you can just start... Holy shit. I suppose maybe funny if he decks himself. I mean, love to resolve this, that's for sure. This is like so much draw. Sea of Restoration is just such a awesome, awesome card. Oh fuck, he has a negate. It sucks. It's like literally the one card that really roasts us. Because now the Field of Ruin still functions. Do you have Vortex on the board? Nope. I really did not like Roiling Vortex at all. I thought Roiling Vortex was really weak when I played with it. It's kind of like a classic against control lists, but I don't know, it just felt like a really weak version for us. I'm gonna keep pumping this. There is a non-zero chance that we can win this game, but I'm going to go ahead and just chuck it because that game was getting a little agonizing. But alright, so we are up against a control list that does run Zareth Sans. So I'm going to remove this removal. Remove the removal. And we want to put in the Flame Skulls. We want to put in the Cragplate Baloths. Now, I'm going to remove the Burn Down the Houses and put in the Heated Debates. This is a little bit of an awkward curve with so many things at 3, so I almost want to replace Flame Skull with something that's a 2-cost thing. But still might be okay. I just don't like having this much stuff stacked on 3. Like, I really don't. It's also weird to keep in the Heated Debates. Tangletrap. I mean, I think the only target for Tangletrap is Imrith. be okay if we get Druid Class. Alright. Alright. That's an extraordinary hand. Druid Class into Flame Skull is primo. Alcoholic Bars, have you thought about running one or two of the red troll land that can destroy a land? Yeah, the way that I would describe it is that Waking the Trolls is a payoff for land. But we already have a null. Incredible. It's a fair payoff for land. But what we really want is... We already have payoffs for land. We already have, like, plenty payoffs. I can't believe annulls are getting run. This is how you know Standard is incredible. Annulls are getting run, and amazingly, that kind of messes with us, right? We have lots of enchantments. This is an enchantment-heavy deck. Cappuccino says, we consider Dire Strain Rampage. What is that? Dire Strain Rampage. Dire Strain Rampage is... Yes, we ran that, and it felt bland. Just bland as hell. This way. By the way, the skeleton is not legendary, which is hot plasma for sure. Still out of Zerasan range, which is good. The thing that's incredibly nice about Flame Skull is that when it dies, it says exile it. If you do, exile the top card of your library until the end of next turn. You may play one of those cards. So it's this really nice recursive threat. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this action. Now remember, I can only play one of these. So of course I'm going to play this force. I'm going to play the Flame Skull. And again, these are the complete nut smashers in this matchup. Cragplate Baloth. Can't be countered Hexproof Haste. Easy. We had heated debates, so we could have shot it down anyways. Lots of threats. Lots of threats. Yes, that has reach. And Villain only has a single black mana. Which means that if they choose to remove this, they don't have any black mana to remove things on the backswing. Which is good when you have a Baloth. Oh! Yeah. Cappuccino says, damn, I've been sleeping on Flame Skull. Flame Skull kind of sucks, okay? Like, this is what I've come to have to accept, is that this card kind of sucks. It's a 3/1 that cannot block and requires double red. It's basically only specifically good against very, very, very controlling lists that run creatureless or blockerless things. So, I mean... Voice of the Plebs, it's like a red Skyclave Shade. Ooh, I love Skyclave Shade. Trex Pack, is this your personal list? Yeah, this is my list. I made this. This is my deck. This deck was made for me. It's Gruul Landfall Control. Shadow's Verdict is out of Standard, right? It should be in, Jules. It should be in. Which is, again, kind of why I'm like, God, I really want something that's 2. And Brushfire Elemental is something that I genuinely have been considering. I think I need to send this one back. I think we just don't do enough with this. Okay. Yeah, Brushfire Elemental's a weird one. I think I want to start doing this because I want to burn through cards like this that are actually less long-term value than, say, a Valakut Exploration. The fact that that landed is huge. So this is probably going to be a Behold the Multiverse by Bane, by that Bane in Spain. I gotta be a little careful about just, like, running out the Valakut Exploration. I gotta be a wee bit careful about that. Because Bane is gonna have enough for Zareth San on a given turn, so let's go ahead and just do our damage thing. See if our opponent wants to kill the Flame Skull. They don't. Terrific. This is until the end of your next turn. Great. For one of these lands, it's very hard for Bane to do much. Draft says, have you come across any other interesting mid lists so far? I honestly think that the Is It Dragon list is pretty fun. Totally fine by me. Sure. Well, yeah, I saw Croaky's doing a really nice Nihilist. Croaky's, I think, is just a brilliant deck builder. I mean, just exceptional. And I think one of the things that makes Croaky's a really exceptional deck builder is that he has ideas and he just pushes them like 4 or 5 best of 3s longer than I would. You know, where, like, here's an idea that he thinks is good. He'll play, like, some number of best of 3s, then he'll go, I think it needs to change. But then he'll just play a few more best of 3s, and then go, okay, let's make a change. Sure. Maybe I actually should have run the Wrenn and Seven out. Yeah, but then Croaky's will play for a while longer, and then he'll make the change that he wants to make. And then he'll play a lot more with it, and then he'll make the change that he wants to make. I mean, there's times when I've tuned in the morning, or I should say, tuned in at the start of his stream, and then later tuned in at the end of his stream, and he's running a similar list to the start, and you can just see the small adjustments made over time. And the number of times where I'm just like it's a list, maybe something that was somewhere similar to something I was brewing but then gave up on. There's like 6 cards that are different, and it's just like, oh, of course, it's exactly what it would. That's like perfect. Goodbye, Wrenn and Seven. Goodbye, Wrenn. This is probably the right play. Yeah, this Art for Duress is really like... None shall do anything. My opponent's countering, like, every single card I cast. It's awesome. Alright, one more cast! Well, this is a good indication that Villain is out of counterspells, right? Like, a very strong indication. Because... my opponent was not out of counterspells. They just countered a Verdant Mastery, and then I had another chance to cast a Verdant Mastery, and then... Fuck. Fuck! I fucking hate Zareth San. Card's fucking such an asshole. Ah! Yeah, I needed to leave mana open for this.
Destroy.
Shit, shit, shit. I should have upgraded once and
They
passed.
prepare for war.
So that's going to be a 6/6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ah, my god, I just do not quite have enough mana. Alright. I just gotta do this, right? Block the Zareth San, so that way more stupid permanents don't keep coming out. Ayah, Zareth San. What a piece of technology, you know what I mean? So now next turn, now I can rock the Zareth San, and that'll be pretty good. Need one more land. That's really what would be nice.
Every seed contains great potential.
Annul. Bane's List with the annuls boarded in. I mean, that's like so sick. Yep, hexproof haste. That's good stuff. See, this is kind of why I just wanted like a 2 mana little guy of this. You know, just like a 2 mana baby. No blocks, my friend. None at all. Then I think I just heated debate this. We go into a chill off. That is quite the relief. Alright, green. Bang bang. Look at this, look at this, look at this epic blocker. This uncounterable hexproofer friend. I think we're losing this one. I think this one is not. I think our days are numbered. And our days are taken for fucking ever, too.
I have other goals to tend.
Do-do-do-do. Hey, do this. Do-do-do-do-do. Time flies when you're running Gruul land. Oh my god, we're fucked. That's death. So, we won our first match in our week matchup. And then we had a pretty close one against Gruul, where there were some play changes we could have made. And I think that last game was just a good game. So overall we're 1-2, but I'm not too torn up. Opponent goes first. You love to see it. Okay. Oh! Yes, glorious. Alright, Paladin class is going to smoke us a little bit, but that's okay. Then Alex says, would you ever consider making a Golgari self-mill deck in Standard? Well, I mean, truth be told, there's a hell of a... Actually, I'm going to do this, I think. Actually, yeah. Truth be told, Dino Alec, there's just so many decks to look at. I basically spent 3 days looking at Standard. And I found this list that I adore. It's so fun. So I actually have to go. Nope, I couldn't cast it anyways. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this, which will heal for 1. Joink. And then I'm going to Verdant Mastery for red. Oops, red. Green. Put a red. Oh, no, shit. Fucking fuck. I meant to give myself the... I want to give the opponent the damn green. Ah! Whatever. Whatever. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Eight 8 is pretty great. You know what I mean? 8/8s are good cards. A lot of options. A lot of options. Burn it all down. Well, my opponent typically will run some of these, like, these blaster cards. The commander that exiles. This is another option. Alright, seems good. Oh, this is going to me? Nice. No blocks. We will take damage. We will take damage. You're gonna burn it down the house, huh? Now, because... No way! 30 lands in the deck and we whiff? Ugh. 1, 2, 3. Alright, let's play this one. Now, let's play this one. Play this one. Set our opponent to 10. Bang. Again, this is what's really fun about this list. You're just playing, you're playing, you're playing, and then someone, like, does something, and then you do something, and then all of a sudden you swing for, like, 20. Which is actually what's going to happen in this turn. Unless this gets deleted. Alright. So now our opponent is going to be... Oh, what a mistake. Oh, yeah, heck yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Just like out of nowhere. Oh, of course it can't target tokens. Of course, it's not even a mistake. It was inevitable. You can't even play perfectly and beat our deck. It's too strong. So now we actually have some very clear maneuvers. We bring in the Heated Debates. Da-da. We bring in the Cinderclasms. Ba-da. Now, what do we remove? The Esika's Chariots are pretty weak in this spot. And then I tend to peel the Verdant Masteries because... they're less active than the other cards, but I mean, we have just a lot of red stuff. Tangletrap, we don't really need to delete Tangletrap. Excuse me, we don't really need to delete Paladin class. Tangletrap doesn't delete enchantments. Wow, we're looking less smart by the hour. But, you know, that's fine. Looking less smart by the hour is what I used to call the Day 9 daily, so. Alright. Oh, that's funny. Oof, ow, oh my god, Day 9. And see, I'm totally cool making that joke because I just know it isn't true and my content is fucking gay-ass. It was gay-ass. Speaking of gay-ass, I'm thirsty. I'm gonna go get some water, which is like human gay-ass. All right, everyone. Ooh, Reckless Stormwrecker. I said this before. I really think that this is one of the better cards in the set. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Oh, all right. All right, you bastard. think that this is the right thing to do. This. Take this one, please. I'm not super certain on this. I'm not super certain, but I think that this is the right thing to do. That is good. So you know how I was talking about being less smart by the second? I went out there. Sorry, there's a whale outside. This is the showdown of the skulls. The skulls. Oh, yeah. The showdown of the skulls. Portable hole. That's why we wait. Oh, wait. This has flash, doesn't it? Okay, sorry. New cards. Never mind. My opponent's is as good as we are. My opponent sucks. Matchmaking works. Fuck yeah. I've been playing Rocket League with a friend. And, like, anytime someone messes something up, like, really badly, it's just like, oh, there it is. Matchmaking. It's a matchmaker move right there. Matchmaking worked great just now. Just great just now. Very smart to elevate it to 6. Very smart. Yeah, dude, it's just so funny. I just love saying that. Anytime someone does a bad play, I was like, great matchmaking. Solid matchmaking. This guy fucking sucks. Like us. What a relief. That's a good one right there. I want to hang on to that last, huh? I'll play the green side to affect dominance, you know. Shadowcat, you want to see me play Rocket League? I love Rocket League. I'm pretty bad. We're pretty solidly in the category of bad. My god, is that just a fun-ass game. Portable hole. Not the worst thing that ever happened to us, but it's certainly not the best thing that ever happened to us. Lepsis says, Sean, if you could give one piece of advice for someone turning 30 soon, what would it be? Oh, dude, your 30s are awesome. 30s fucking rule. I think I just will. I think I will. 30s are the best, man. Dude, 20s suck, but 30s? Oh my god, 30s so much better than 20s. So much better. So much better, dude. Dude, let me tell you something. 30s, you know who you are more, you're less stress. Oh. It's fantastic. This is a fucking tease. A lot of aggressive removal. Stinks. Is that it? Is this all? It's pretty nice. Ow. Ah, fucking Legion Angel. No. There's enough. So in best of 3, I've not actually played against a huge amount of aggro lists. So this could be grounds to do some tuning. Yeah, because I mean, like, Burning Hands is a sideboard, Portable Hole is a sideboard against us. I mean, these are really, really solid options.
We are wilting.
Like, we're just dead next turn no matter what, yeah? Unless we were to draw another Burn Down the House. Which maybe would have gotten us to get there. But, you know, I actually have some ideas. I have some ideas for how we should change that sideboarding. Some ideas for how we should change the sideboarding. We also might want to keep Esika's Chariot. We might want to. But I actually think that the Cinderclasms, we might pull one of these out in order to do like this. Put another Burn Down the House in there. I was losing a lot to Izzet, now I'm not really losing to Izzet that much. And again, this is a Flame Skull. This is a consideration for Flame Skull. I've been trying to think of some relatively cheap threats against control. Jen Monet says, I think our weakness against aggro is our card selection. We can't find our answers when we need them. I don't know what that means. But let's see here. Like, in front of Starmats, again, a two mana. 2 mana is the goal, Jules. 2 mana. We're looking for 2 mana things. Because, like, what is it called? Brushfire Elemental. Against control is another one that I'm sort of just like, maybe. Let's see here. Gemini says, like, drawing and scrying. Again, I'm not sure if you're saying that, like, it was mulliganing incorrectly, or we should change our sideboarding, or we should change our main deck, or, you know, this sort of thing. But historically, I have very high win rates against that stuff. Crush the Weak. Is there anything that deals 3? But again, is there a 2? Like, let's focus the question. Is there a 2 or 3 mana threat that I could have against a control player that's similar to Robber of the Rich? So this is the question. This is the question. Can anyone think of a cheap, good anti-control sideboard card? Because I'm not 100% sold on Flame Skull. I think this might actually be... I'm kind of tempted to consider this one. I'm also not entirely sure I like Cinderclasm. Not entirely sure I like Cinderclasm. You see, I was also considering Relic Runner. Why is this not showing up? Or it's Relic... Is it Relic Robber? Yeah, it's Relic Robber. Yeah, it's a haste 2/2. Whenever it deals combat damage, create a 0/1 colorless goblin artifact creature token. I'm really considering this one. Ethan says, is the 2 mana slot the correct thing to be looking at versus control? Yes, super definitely. Super duper definitely. Because again, like... Again, think about how I'm boarding against control. Zhup. 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 I basically just have Druid Class. What about Werewolf Pack Leader? Only really works when you have other... You know, I've actually played a lot of games with Flame Skull off stream. I'm going to try this for a control matchup consideration. I also think I can cut Cinderclasm and do something else with it. And I might just run another Esika's Chariot in here. What about the Werewolf that turns lands into wolves? That's a payoff. And I'm looking for something that I can cast on turn 2 that's like Robber of the Rich or like Brilliant Hand. That's like Robber of the Rich or Legion Warboss. A single card that can run away with the game all by itself. Brushfire Elemental is potentially a consideration, because it, like, does a lot of damage and it has haste and shit, but, like, it does require me to still draw lands. Bloodthirsty Adversary as a turn 2 haster. Yeah, see, Becker, I think that, like, that might turn out to be reasonable. Alright, well, I know what to do here. Alright. Well, let's get our head back into this game. So it appears that we are up against a green list that is doing some sort of mono green. And we would suggest mono green because, again, we've only seen greens, but also these are snow-covered forests, which is, like, super common in this sort of situation. We're not terrifically scared of Esika's Chariot. We'd love a land here. Okay, that'll work. Will it work? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Well, first of all, we have had... I felt like against the Boros list, we actually were in kind of a hard-lost situation. That's kind of what I felt like. I felt like my opponent really just had my number there. But the other matchups have actually felt pretty okay against. Pretty okay against. So I don't think we really need to worry too much about any changes for the purpose of this conversation. I think we're actually all right. Welcome in, babies. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a little deck cleary in a moment. Or excuse me, a little chat clearing in a second here. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say we spend some time asking about card suggestions, thinking about some card suggestions, and we're going to return back to normal chat sort of conversationing and, talking about the game at hand. Just keep things a little focused, Because what starts to happen if we don't do this is I start a conversation about card changes, which then starts to cascade into more and more people responding to each other about conversations and this sort of thing. And, it's terrific. Like, all these people are participating in all this conversation. Great. And return back to Playtown. Shatterskull smashing is pretty good draw. Let's do this plus first. Again? Really? Fuck, man. What the fuck? That's so stupid. Alright, let's see here. I think that maybe we died. I mean, literally, I have been playing this deck a ton, and twice in my life, I have seen the top 4 cards have nothing in it. Alright, well... Alright, so I think we actually have to do this for... So if we do it for 4... Alright, we do this. So now we can do this for 1, 2, 3, huh? Well, that is annoying. Ah! But again, the heals on Druid Class, one of the reasons why I love this. I love this stuff. All right. Let's back off this. Yeah, dude. Oh, it's so annoying. Ah! If we hit Wrenn and Seven, if we hit one land with Wrenn and Seven, we'd have been fine. So this. Probably just pull out these. I think is the fine decision. So annoyed. All right, this is fine. I mean, that's one of those things where, it's when you, like, studied probability in college as part of your math program. I go first. This is fine, even though we are missing a land to make it really great. But you know, when you put 30 lands in your decks, you can look at the top 4, and we needed one land, because with one land we would have been able to heal 2 additional, because we can play 3 lands per turn because we have the 2 Druid classes leveled up. We don't like this at all. Now, for anyone who, for those who are suggesting things, I want to note that that particular instance of Wrenn and 6 whiffing in the top 4, that's just shitty luck. I mean, when you look at the top 4 and literally half your deck is land, there's not much you can do. There's not like, well, maybe we should rethink adding other cards to pull things out, and that's okay. Oh, hey, Ethernet gifted 5 subs. Hey, thanks, Ethernet. These are therapy subs. Hope the subs are sufficient appeasement for backseating. I mean, I hope you're not talking about you. Because I was like, hey, what's a good card here? And you're like, I think this is a good card. And then I was like, all right, on to the match. And I cleared the chat. I mean, again, no one was being shitty or rude at all. I think everyone was being lovely. I just, you know, it's one of those things where if I say, all right, guys, I'm good on the cards, you know, again, the conversation begets this. There's a cascades forward, so I tend to just clear the chat to kind of make a more clear signal. Let's hope What a Drag disconnectos. That'd be great. Get on out of here, man. Pithing Needle. Why would you play this? Wrenn and 7? Okay. Maybe we board in the Tangletraps? Uh-oh. Okay. Sucks a little bit, but if my opponent's going to burn a card on Pithing Needle, I think I can burn a card this way. Eisman says, so non-magic question, go a different subject, but a lot of talk in the SC2 community about the abusiveness and staleness of Skytoss in the current meta. What do you think about Skytoss, if anything? I have even a broader opinion about StarCraft 2, which is like pretty much all modern multiplayer games thrive on a sort of roiling change that's going on. Magic adds new cards. Dota has regular patches. I don't play Fortnite, but my understanding of Fortnite is that like stuff's constantly shifting and bending and twisting and turning into different shapes. I'm probably going to do this. It's constantly becoming something cool and different and interesting. And StarCraft 2, for a long time, had rotating maps, had regular balance patches, and this sort of thing. And I kind of feel strongly that lately in StarCraft, there's like, I mean, Terran vs. Zerg, for instance, especially, I feel like I have seen so many times. Terran vs. Zerg is like so samey recently. This is definitely the higher value thing to play than the Esika's Chariot. First you don't succeed. Wait a couple turns. Smash for 8. Yeah, I believe this is pronounced Pithing Needle. I think it is Pithing, but I like Pithing. I just like the way Pithing sounds. It might even be considered an acceptable pronunciation. I think this was good to bring back 4 of these. Oh, Ethernet gifting 5. Oh, Ethernet, you're too sweet. You don't need to be gifting here. I mean, we will warmly accept them no matter what. Let's look up Pithing. Good. This is like our Jin card. Oh, baby. Yeah, it's definitely Pith. 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 Peter, my Pith. My Pith, Peter. But I like Pithing. Come on, Pithing Needle. Kevin Sheeler says, what's stopping SC2 from becoming like Brood War? I.e. staying relatively fresh base spawn map updates alone. I mean, the short answer is there is nothing stopping it, which is why there is a general sentiment in the community of, like, what the heck? Like, Blizzard has just not really changed maps in forever. So I think that, like, it's fine that Sky Toss becomes a thing that's powerful. That's fine. There's actually nothing wrong with that. 30 lands. Struggling to get them. There's nothing wrong with that. But what's wrong is that if it stays that way for too frickin' long. We're gonna wait until we go to attack, because if I blast this, opponent could possibly change their decision making. When was the last big map rotation? I don't know. It's felt like a year. It's felt like a year. Alright. Again, I would really love that land. Well, first you don't succeed, just Chariot right along with him. So now I need just a red land? Yeah, I mean, I kind of just... What is that? Yuck. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that friggin' noise is. It's the Augur of Autumn. Block once and probably pass. I mean, if we bank a red land, we can blow a bunch of stuff up. If we bank a green land, good. Yes, I looked outside, and someone's working on, like, the garage door that's underneath my apartment window. Trade here. Or it was chump like this. Maybe try to get duplicate Wrenn and Sevens. I don't know. Oh, thank God I did the line I did. Oh, that was close. Oh, okay, now we really need a red land, please. Red land one time. If we get a red land, everything's fine. Sometimes you gotta hope. We are fucked. Alright. Hey, Goliath Wizard, thanks for the 5 giftos. Thanks warmly. We had a bad few runs here. Bad few runs. Alright. Time for the great chumpening. I'm going to do something a little bit bizarre. What I'm going to do is I'm going to block here, and this is... No, actually, I wanted to play with fire and shoot them in the face. God, that is the loudest thing ever. Why is Wizard? Thanks for the 5. Thank you warmly for the 5. I did it. I got my red land. Okay. All right. I'm gonna take a bit of a breather from best of 3, and I'm gonna do best of 1. I'm going to do best of 1. We're just gonna do some best of 1, and just smash some games. It is even possible to not draw lands in best of 3. Any other decks today? Today, I'm really interested in just banking Mythic with this list, and then I'll probably switch up. Why does best 1 even exist? What do you mean, Lepseb? Why wouldn't it? Why would it not? For any of you that didn't know about this, light up the night, you can do X equals 0 and shoot something, and it does 0 plus 1 damage. Football says, like my suggestion for 2-mana creatures, Dragonkin, Berserker, and Fearless Liberator can make more threats without additional card investment. Yeah, Dragonkin Berserker's a really interesting one. Fearless Liberator. I don't know what Fearless Liberator does, but I'm certain I've looked it up. Oh, and it boasts for 3. That might be a really... Wow, what research, Fubuoff. Holy crap, that is some... Those are some great freaking ideas. We're going to take a break from best of 3. Frankly, best of 1 is just a more straightforward linear gameplay experience. Ow. But, yeah, Lepseb, I mean, best of 1 is just like, let's sit down and just get through some different matches, you know. People tend to use a little bit more straightforward decks. I guess Wrenn and Seven is going up. God, Fubuoff, that is such an incredible pair of suggestions. Really, really good shit. Burn down the house. Ow, ow. Easiest game of my life. Well, I mean, dude, compared to the... compared to what we've been going through... I mean, this is like almost comically easier. Alright. Tell me what you want to do, friend. I mean, weaponized episode. So today we've not had an amazing day. We had like 3 awesome matches. We won 1. We narrowly lost 2. I think I'm going to well, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. We had 3 amazing matches, went 1 and 2, and then we got owned by a Boros list that I think that no matter what our draws were, or it looked very grim for us very immediately when we played.
As if they were my home.
And then I've just had some kind of painful landy gamies. So if both of these swing, you know, in an effort to kill Wrenn and Seven. I'll block the Luminarch Aspirant. I'll do nothing at all. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and plus here. We have to be kidding me! Ugh. Well, let's just, I mean, still just finish. $30 lands is not enough. Yeah, so I don't know. Things have just been like, someone was like, oh my god. Because things, when I was playing off air, I had like a 90% win rate with this. I mean, again, if you look at the last uploaded video on YouTube, I don't know when the last one was uploaded. Because a lot of times it's like if I play 5 different decks in a day, it'll be uploaded on like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But anyways, like the last one I uploaded, I was like a Diamond 4, no stars. And I started today at Diamond 2, no stars. Because I basically just like won most of my games. And I've not been playing very much off air. But I've been feeling a lot of fun. And I was like, oh my god, I can't wait. Oh, it's going to be so good. Alright, moving along. I think I hang on to the Valakut Awakening here. We see Deserted Beach. Crawling Barrens are pretty good against the Azorius lists. Clever Lumimancer. Alright, so this is an aggro list then. Okay, so this is one of these. Do I just chuck everything? I think I chuck everything except a land. Like this. Okay. I do this a lot with Verdant Mastery. But this is one of these Azorius, cast a bunch of little tiny baby spells, make everything really big, and then win out kind of gamer games. Morden Kindness Polymorph. See, look how huge this stuff gets, like, so fast. Casual Swing for 14. It's a really cool list. I think this is the right path to go down. Ta-da! Ta-da! This may be considered an incorrect move, actually. Why that way? Huh? Weird. Have we been raided? Did someone raid us? My god, did someone raid us? Oh my god, Jim Davis raided! Oh! Oh my god, Jim Davis! I didn't see it on my listing. Oh my god, Jim Davis, what a treat to have you here. Jim Davis, for any of you who don't know, is a excellent Magic the Gathering content creator. This... I'll wait a bit. Excellent Magic the Gathering content creator recently did a bunch of videos walking through climbs in various formats. I watched a lot of Jim Davis doing drafts in Strixhaven. Watched Jim Davis doing a lot of drafts in AFR. Pretty much copy-pasted a lot of the great things Jim Davis said on this channel. And it looks like it was an attempt to go for us. Okay. Now, here's the question. Will we get any land? No! Oh my god, wait, what? How is this frickin' possible, man? How is this even possible? I don't understand. X equals 1. Shoot this, please. Yes. Oh.
You are like a brave.
I mean, we're gonna kill it anyways. Again, I really like light up the stage quite a bit. We'll shoot this now. That was ridiculous. Like 4 times in a row. This is the combo. Ooh, Light Scribe's actually really bad for us. Okay. Yes, we got one. We fucking got one. You can't say we didn't. I'm gonna wait to -3 this. But anyways, Jim Davis is a fantastic Magic the Gathering content creator. Also does a lot of interesting, cool, dope, good stuff in other formats. Dude. Things have been rough. A lot of great content and Magic content in other formats. And it's a treat to have you.
We must regenerate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. Maybe you shouldn't have tapped the Hydra's Lair. It enters into play, tap Narfuse my name. Unless you're trying to make a joke, in which case I'm in a very fragile mental state right now, so you have to be very careful with me, you know? But hey, all Jim Davis Raiders, man, welcome. So everyone, Jim Davis, my name's Sean. I do a good amount of Magic here. I also really like general strategy games. So I've been playing a lot of Age of Empires 2. Not 3, not 1, 2. Oh my god, Into the Royal. I can't believe we're going to lose this game. This is incredible. That's it. We fucking lost. Can't believe it's done this. Can't believe it. Yeah, we play a good amount of Magic here. We generally like to do fun stuff. Generally like a lot of Standard. Oh, yeah, Unfair Spices. You didn't remove a counter. Same rule, X equals 0 apply. It literally says on the card you can't make X equals 0. I don't mean it literally says on the card as in you should have known, blur, blur, but as in like, yeah, no, everything you're saying about the rules is totally correct, spot on, but Light Up the Night, you can't make X equals 0 if you're flashing it back. Hooray! Content! We're doing it, yeah! Oh, God! Alright, so... playing is for red. Now, should we chuck things away? I think probably not. I mean, Cathartic Pyre is good enough. Well... let's put this away, and then probably this Verdant Mastery away, because I think if we can get Wrenn and Seven up, we're in okay shape, right? Alright, this is absolutely 1,000 billion% what I'm doing. Green, 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 green. Have a green, and I'll put out green, green. Content. There it is. Oh, this is turning into a very dramatic session. A very dramatic session. The difficulty of content creation. Unfair Spy says, ooh, man, I thought I had that card figured out. Well, there's the thing, Unfair Spy, is that for some reason, there's a lot of cards in this set that specifically say... you just can't. Okay, like they just for some reason say it, like, you know, Lair the Hydra. It's like, dude, okay, it just can't be 0, okay? It can't. Oh my god, I figured it out. Content! Unless this is take out, burn down the house, and put in a Tarask. If only Tarask was uncounterable. Is Tarask uncounterable? Maybe Tarask is uncounterable. Is Tarask uncounterable? No, it just has haste and ward 10. As long as it was cast. Now the thing is that you might think...
Destroy the gifts nature grows.
You might think, incorrectly, that I should have saved that land. Because next turn, if I play Valakut Exploration, I have no land. But you forget that the +1 ability that reveals the top 4 cards from the library and lets you put land into your hand, you forgot that this gets us land. And I want to defend you for a moment. I understand why you may have forgotten. Because it just doesn't work at all. Not for us. Alright, my opponent's doing stuff as like a white weenie list. Okay. I've never had this happen. I don't know what the next step is. Great. Bang. I actually should have played the Crawling Barrens so I can begin popping it up. But again, I'm just so shaken with unsurety. Like, what is anyone supposed to do here? Taking 12? Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll take 12. I don't care. I love taking 12. Can't think of anything I like more than literally just taking 12. I'm gonna do this first. It's very satisfying. I'm glad I did what I did. Now let's 0 this.
The land lends us.
Okay. Welcome. Bang. Well, only 2 of them can get double strike. Only 2. Only 2? There's no such thing as a double strike. This is not Magic the in and outing. Now, depending upon what they do, there's a lot of different ways in which we can win. Alright, who gets what? Who gets what? No one has trample, everyone just has double strike. Does opponent win now? No. Double strike, double strike. Okay, so we kill this. We eat shit here. It's just double strike. It's not trample. So then what I can do is I can -3, make a big one, and I can burn down the house. Content. I do have reach. So much paladining. Uh-oh, it's our Jin card. Any land. So now I can actually cast this, and I just draw a card. Good old 4-cost Cathartic Pyre. Ah, we needed one of those. We needed one of those. Alright, it's a paladin, paladin, paladin. Great. Then we make a land, we get it. Yeah! Content. We're gonna climb up. We're gonna climb in best of one. We're just gonna do some childish, cowardly best of one gaming. That's all we're gonna do. Childish, cowardly, best of one gaming. That's it. Oh, yes. I mean, there's any number of reasons our opponent could have made that mistake, you know. Keep 7 from heaven. Alright, I think I know how this one plays out. Step 1. Do I want to shoot this for 1? You know, I've never actually done this decision. But a lot of these black lists that run Shambling Ghasts often use the Ghast as part of a synergy piece. You know, like Deadly Dispute, where you sack it and you go draw, draw. I'm not going to be doing anything for a little bit of time. Okay, so this is probably the Kaya control list. No, it's Orzhov Angels. Oh, me, oh my. We're probably gonna cry. Cragcrown Pathway. Let's do one of these. We don't like going second in this matchup. No, sir, we do not. Now, depending upon what they do, we could be okay. We need to draw land, and then we need to up the Druid class. Story Seeker. What do you do? You're just a 2/2 land. Okay. All right. Not ideal. Not ideal, but it's okay. Yeah, we are definitely in a hurry to burn down this house here. Well, that's still okay. I mean, red land and we win trivially. And we drew no land. Okay. Maybe we should just go to 30 land, man. Screw these. Screw Esika's Chariot, you know what I mean? Screw Esika's Chariot. I want to cut Esika's Chariot and I want to get the 30th land in there. Because, I mean, I'm looking awfully dead, ain't I? Well, that was quick. Who needs Esika's Chariot? Yeah, Legacy Lands has taught us that everything should be lands. And the good news is we don't even like Esika's Chariot anyways. You know, I'm actually gonna... There's one change that I think might be acceptable to make. I think that we can look at some of these lands and maybe... I mean, 26 lands is like a lot of lands, but maybe... Valakut Awakening has been very positive for me. Shatterskull Smashing has been only okay for me. Let's just make this small adjustment. Supinipon says, not sure Legacy Lands is the deck to take lessons from in Standard. Well, yeah, I mean, it's just a funny thing to say. Guys, in a completely unrelated format to Standard, where there are lists that run 50 lands, I've decided to build a Standard deck inspired by it. Well, I mean, it does take some inspiration. Valakut Exploration is very good in Legacy lands. But, you are correct in that we should not take it ultra literally. I mean, this sequence, this set of turns is going to look completely amazing. Because we're going to get a Wrenn and Seven out real fast. Alright, sure, seems fine. Someone does not like our Druid Class. I mean, I can't help but find this hilarious. Possible to play Legacy lands in MTGA? Oh, no, no, I mean, not in 1 billion years. Intrepid Adversary. This little guy's been very strong. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heal a bunch here. This is probably correct. We're gonna go back to best of 3. We've been getting murdered. Heal, heal. You Meat Hook Massacre is another one of those cards that I think is freaking rad. My opponent is so wide. You know, what's really funny is that mono white, you just do not really see at all in best of 3. How much do I have left over? I'm gonna do this. And we die no matter what. Yeah, I mean, this is like a, if I draw the burn the house down, we win. If I don't, we lose. Oh my god, we're down to Diamond Tier 4 already? Oof. Oof. You know what? Here's the thing. Bala Ged Recovery be useful as a modal dual face land in order to recast key pieces or sweepers? Could be, you know, like we could potentially remove this. Remove this. Add... Wait, no, if I add this, we would need to go like this, and then like this, and then we need to go... Yeah, this is a fine thing to try, I think. Yeah, I mean, Mono White Weenie is one of these lists that, like, if I just have, like, a small handful of removal and/or a sweeper, it, like, ends immediately, so. I mean, we've certainly posted a losing win rate thus far, but I'm not too torn up about it. But I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit torn up about it. I am a little bit torn up about it. It does hurt me. It does hurt me deeply. Burning the House is just good. It's just good stuff, you know? It roasts so many matchups. Might even do some stretches, use the restroom, and then just come back fully charged. That maybe I need to be more eager with my Tangletrappenings. Or Tangletrappenings, excuse me. Do we put Lotus Cobras in this list? Lotus Cobra is a pretty weak choice for the list, because Lotus Cobra is really good for abruptly getting a big burst of stuff out. And we more so actually just want the lands themselves out. That's the really good thing for us. This is some weird Orzhov control list. Also, I built this as a control list, and control lists just function 1,000 times better in best of 3. Especially for me. Yeah, Ethernet, if you want to link to a... Oh, sick. If you want to link to a deck list, be my guest. I think this is a strong enough play to do here. Sunset Revelry. Alright, nice. God, this card is awesome, man. I wanna do a little list with this. Dude, look at this. Look at this gamer just smashing us. Sure.
The entire forest is an army.
Eye of Vecna and Constructed, dude, let me tell you, Fabio Not Here is having a great time. Fabio Not Here is doing, like, an absolutely sick list. Sunset Revelry. Alright, good luck, everyone. Good luck. We're about to hit the button. Praise be, we gotta fucking land. Oh my god, I want to throw up. I'm so relieved. Yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, let's do this. Boom. Oh, yes. Give me that. Pop, pow. Eye of what the heckna. Oh yeah, our opponent might be doing that Faceless Haven Book of Exalted Deeds combo. Oh shit. Do we have a way? Well,
Violence will be met with violence.
so we need to just deal a bunch of damage right now. So if we go 1, 2, 3, play Valakut Exploration, 0,
We blossom.
put these out,
Thrive.
then I do this. And then I swing. This is 9, 10, 11. That's enough, right? Is there any way for them to do it back? Okay, good. Phew. This game is hard. The game is very, very challenging. I mean, it was one of those things where my opponent is tapped out, but I'm like, you know what? I just need a moment. Get me out of this hellscape that is best of 1. We've restructured things. Uh-oh, 1 second. And I'm back. All right. I think that maybe we should have, like, one more Trample Hydra Forêt. One more. Okay? One. I think that we maybe should have one more. I think that that's a fair bear thing to do. I think I will make that change. 2 more? 1. 1. Don't give me that. No trample. Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying, though. The Hydra boy. Alright, we made some fun changes. Which? So, is this some sort of weird zombies list? Esika! Alright, dude. We are nearing the ability to pop off with a Wrenn and Seven combo. We're nearly there. Oh, is that so? Pop it. Alright. Alright, so this I think is the, like, the weird zombie smashdown combo. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, create a decayed zombie.
They prepare
Tap
for war.
this one. You see how good this is? Watch. I swing with this, and this thing gets cloned. How great is that? How great is that? The answer is that it's great. Consider! Sure, consider away, my friend. This is like one of the reasons, I think, to why Esika's Chariot is really quite good. Clintus says, I just got my ass handed to me by this deck. I needed this list. It should, Clintus, if you want the list, it should be in the, should be right here on the screen. Azel Angel says, I've been watching for a while and you've used the term Djinn card. Could you explain what that is? It's just a poker term for like the one key card that you need. Oh yeah, that's my Djinn card right there. So, oh my gosh, we're gonna hit the button. I want to throw up.
We will help you find safe ground.
My God, my God. Yes, this.
Every seed contains great potential.
And it is Djinn, as in Djinn Rummy. Djinn, not as in like D-J-I-N-N, like, this is my Djinn, my Djinny, this is my Genie card. Startle. It resolves. So, I mean, I'm going to do a bit of a weird play. I'm going to Bala Ged Recovery to get Cathartic Pyre to shoot the Puppet Snitcher. No way. Do you have some sort of, like, return it to the battlefield? No way! Oh my god. Alright, I don't know. Is this... Did I, like, immediately lose? I have no idea how this deck's supposed to look. Alright, you can transform it. Hello, Sheriff. My god, and they lose Decayed. Wow. This is an artifact? Do we run Tangletrap? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, we can just shoot the little guys. Sure. I mean, Villain's looking at my stuff to see if my stuff's good enough. I don't know if it is. Oh yes, a Field of Ruin. What? Can't attack. If my opponent blooded on the snow, we'd actually be completely content, right? Because we can Wrenn and Seven. Play this. Swing in. Why? Why would you ever do this? It's like obviously what I'm going to do. What am I missing? Hello, Sheriff. Hello. I mean...
Oh, fire. Must from root to canopy. The trees are mighty.
We do have play with fire to shoot them in the face, but this seems like the most safe and reasonable course of action. Yeah, you got the scritches. Yeah, let me get your little scritches back. There we go. So this is a token list, so we definitely want sweepers in the tokens. Oh, hello. Hello, my tiny friend. Uh-oh. Alright, we have our gentle, tiny little friend Sheriff who's gonna come up and visit us. She's a tiny cat. Get some of those tummy rubs. There we go. Just get into a little tummy time. What do you think the play is? Do you think we should make some cuts? There's an argument to be made to just jam in a bunch of the... Yeah, I think that's probably right. What's going on with my list? Oh, I put in the burn down the houses. Yeah, so I'm gonna pull this one out. See, this is again. There's this issue I want to call attention to, which is that I feel like I'm a little bit high on the curve post sideboarding, just like a little bit. Hey, easy on the spam there, Donald Duck. Easy. Emotes are fine occasionally, but if you're starting to spam a bunch of emotes in chat, it's like first messages. Alright, just gonna give a timeout to you. And I don't know, by the way, for what it's worth, Donald Duck, I don't know if you were continuing to spam because you did not see what I had said and there was a delay. So that could be my bad, but it's just a temp. It's just a few hundred seconds, so it should be fine. Oh, this is some good shit right here, man. Yeah, again, I really don't like Siphon Insight. I'm starting to feel like it might just be me. Have you tried Emergent Sequence? I have not. Kind of wanted to go in this order, because I wanted to see if I could get something good first. It resolves. I mean, one of the things that is consistently nice about Siphon Insight is, like, if your opponent scries and puts something on the top and mess that up. What do we think? Alright. Alright, we have the combo. We can start dealing so much damage. We have Verdant Mastery in the hand. Like, that's... oof. Oof. Hey, my opponent took a Rockfall Vale. Oh. My god. Oh, Violet Avi is just going to lose to Druid Class. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. Illustrious, is there a game recommendation channel on the Discord per chance? I'm going to pick up some brains for games to play. Yeah, I mean, you know, I play games. Oops, I should have done this. I should have cast this first. I don't know. I'm all in on the landfall goals. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to win with our core cards. We do have to be careful about how many basics we have left. Look at this! Literally, my opponent is working with me. This is incredible. Ethan, it says, oh, you play game? Name 3 games. That is actually so fucking funny. Oh yeah? Name 3. Alright, opponent has 7 life left. We only have 4 basics in the deck. StarCraft 1, StarCraft 2, StarCraft 3? Oh my god, fuck! Oh yeah, it's rough. There is a 0% chance that this man is a gamer. Alright.
Prepare for war.
Doo-doo. Alright, so far so good. Yeah, I like that card. My god, we won a best of 3 and it seemed handy. Handily and dandily won with our landily. I think that'll do. Have a good night, Albatross time. Have a good night, Albatross time. Hey, little buddy, hi. You're so cute. Are you bored? You look like you're looking for trouble. I gotta play with that cat later tonight. Lester says, okay, I'll take that as an invite to ask Sean. I'm looking for a couple of different types of games. One, which is a builder game, but not Oxygen Not Included or Factorio. Yeah, those are like sort of not like enjoy the act of building. And he said a second similar to Anno 1800. Anno 1800 is just a really, really lovely experience. I mean, I think that game is just spectacular. I kind of forgot that game existed. I should open that one up. Yeah, if you want like a literal, not Oxygen Not Included or Factorio, Satisfactory and Dyson Sphere Program are 2 other automation-y style games. But if you want something that is like one of my all-time favorite games ever, that's a buildery type game, that is a little similar to Anno 1800. Would be Banished. Banished is like say goodbye to your weekend, kind of awesome. Oh, it's so good. Alright. Bang. So, this one thing that's nice about this Light Up the Night is that later it can be used as removal with Wrenn and Seven.
I will protect Innistrad's forests as if they were my home.
Alright.
The heat entire
Getting a little owned. I guess this? 29 land. Struggling to find them. Yeah, man. Oh, these aggro lists are just, they're so good. Ow, ow. Bang, bang. Probably screwed. We might be okay, though. Probably screwed. We might be okay. We're probably screwed, but we might be okay. Yeah, Banished is just really good. It's super cheap. Okay. You got me. Have a good night, Iceman. Have a good night. Dun 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 bum ba ba. I'm tempted to actually peel back on these Valakut explorations. I'll leave it for now. Yeah, Reckless Stormseeker is really, really good. And this Gruul list has been really, really good. Free says, will you be playing Diablo 2 Remastered? Because I know you said you're a big Diablo 2 fan. I will not be playing or streaming any Blizzard content for the foreseeable future. Blizzard's in trouble. Ugh. I think I do have to send this one back. Bizarrely, I prefer this one to the other one. And I know the issue is, you know, with what's going on with Blizzard is very complex, and there's a lot of moving parts, and it's challenging to say that any one specific thing or person or event or policy was the cause of the problem. There's absolutely plenty of wonderful people that work there and so on and so forth. We gotta start doing this. But I don't know, I just don't really feel comfortable. I mean, and that's about the extent of it. Reckless Stormseeker is just insane, man. This card is so good. Alright, so let's see what we get when we play this. Bang! Alright. Alright, Ranger class is actually... we're actually quite okay with. It's a very sort of slow, gradual build-up kind of card. Yeah, actually, this is probably better. And then just shoot this. Awesome! Awesome! Nice! Holy crap, look at that! Guy runs Disdainful Stroke in a Gruul list. Like, this is a hidden Lava Glide pathway. Look at that. That's so sick. Play the red side. Lair of the Hydra, welcome. Played this one deliberately. Heated debate. Doink. 9-9. Such sick branding. No attacks. Get out of here. Pew, pang, boom. How'd he cast the blue? The double treasure. And look at the Riverglide Pathway snuck in. That's so cool. Alright, nice. Speedray says, bummed me out that the culture was so toxic. I always loved their games. Was looking forward to remaster. I just can't anymore. Cancel my WoW sub and gave up on Diablo 2 remaster. Yeah, and this is one of the things that I think is tough, too, is also I recognize that, like, if you have a company, like, I don't know the exact numbers of how many people work at Blizzard, but let's just pick the number 10,000 people work at Blizzard. And let's say that there were 40... Oh, Jesus, punch the microphone. Actually, let's change how we do the math. Let's say that we know there's 10,000 people that work at Blizzard. And let's say that no matter what you do, 1 out of every 100 people, 1 out of every 100 employees does something really offensive and shitty and stupid and bad. And I'm leaving it deliberately vague as to make the point about the math, right? Once you go up to 10,000 people, that's 100 incidences. And 100 incidences, as far as I'm concerned, is a lot, is a shitload. And so, you know, let me just double check my sideboarding. I don't know. I think this is fine sideboarding. I think this is fine. And with that in mind, I recognize that there's probably divisions that just everything was great. You know? I mean, there's divisions where everything's just great. Everything's just dandy and fine and terrific. And they show up to work. They have, you know, a team of... Because, I mean, like... I don't remember how many people were working on Hearthstone or something. But I think it was less than 100. And, again... taking our stupid, dumb, half-assed math, you know, perhaps we could actually be able to say, oh yeah, Ranger class. All right, perfect. I'm actually happy to see this kind of card. So we do this one, and, oh yeah, we do. We're gonna start healing a lot. And you know, the people that work on the Blizzard team, therefore, might have just said, that's great. Like, not the events are great, but like, yeah, that their culture and everything's great, you know, and I understand that, like, there's nuance and stuff to consider and variety and, you know, circumstance and all. I understand all of that. And with that said, even so. God, I mean, you gotta admit, that's pretty sick, huh? I mean, that's pretty fucking cool. 'Cause, I mean, I literally don't see blue. I mean, this is just a wild list. Okay, Reckless Stormseeker, sure. I'm not convinced that this is good either. Yopinaberries says it the right way. Like, I'm not convinced that this is good, but this is sweet. Okay. This is gonna get plussed. It's probably like this. Probably. Oh, this is down here because it was played this turn. So even that said, even with my understanding that there are probably a good amount of people that would say I had a really positive experience, things were really good, and that, like, 100 out of 10,000, 100 as an absolute number is a lot, but as the statement, was this the way that it was globally across the company? I would believe someone if they told me, yeah, actually, no, things were much better, like, culturally, than this makes it out to. Even with all that said, for me personally, I don't really want to stream their games. And it's kind of that simple, you know. I just don't really, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel good, doesn't feel right, feels weird to me. Now, if I level this one up, yeah, I think this is probably what we have to do. By the way, you see how the auto-tapper didn't want to tap that other land? And then I got a trade here, yeah. Yeah, it's just the play, huh? And I also kind of recognize that a lot of what I'm saying in my viewpoint and my vantage point inherently is tied to the fact that I don't have a lot of visibility into this. Stuff's still coming out, stuff still... No way, this guy rules. Sajim's list. Look at this, is the coolest stuff. Dude, nice. Someone who's building a deck, man. Okie dokie. Doesn't have a clue. Strange situation we find ourselves in. Is there another counterspell? Oh, I was about to just uncontrollably puke, man. I was about to just spray all over this location here. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure in time two things will happen with regards to the Blizzard stuff. One, I think that, and estimate that they will probably make the proper changes that they need to make. Well, not, I mean, again, it's not like binary, but they will begin to take proper steps is probably a much more accurate way to state it. 7, 8, 9, 10. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is 7, 10, 11. Perfect. One, I'm certain that they will begin to make changes and take steps. That's one thing. And I would expect that. I mean, you know, these things take time. It's going to take a lot of time for them to implement policies. Finally! Finally, it's actually happened! Oh my god, I don't believe it! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's happened! We've drawn land! And the second thing is that I think that more information will come out that will just help clarify what the heck is even going on. You know what I mean? Nice. Sorry, I played really slowly. Wanted to very slowly think.